What's happening, everyone? Part-time Samurai here, and today I got up bright and early to play the ARMS Global Testpunch on the Nintendo Switch. So this is basically the open demo, I wouldn't call it an open beta, more of an open demo of the upcoming game ARMS, which is supposed to come out on June 16th this year. Based on what I've seen so far, this is going to be one of the most anticipated games on the Switch, as it's an entirely brand new game. This isn't a Legend of Zelda, Mario, or anything like that. What it kind of reminds me of is Punch-Out, but with zany motion controls. So once you start up the Global Testpunch, it takes you to the character selection screen, and you've got a really interesting cast of characters here. You've got Springman, Rippin' Girl, you got this Master Mummy dude over here, you got a ninja, and you've got this guy named Helix. Really, he just looks like Gumby, so I'm going to call him Gumby from now on. We got a girl over here named Mechanica, and we've also got Min Min, but I didn't really get the chance to play as her, unfortunately. So once you select your character, the game starts up into some kind of tutorial match where it pits you against a computer opponent. And this is the tutorial, so it teaches you all the moves, and they kind of assume you're playing with the Joy-Cons. You can actually play with a number of different controller options. You're not just limited to the Joy-Cons. You can play with the Pro Controller, you can play with just a single Joy-Con, but if you want the motion control experience, you obviously are going to have to play with the Joy-Cons. And honestly, based on my take from this tutorial, I was really impressed with the motion controls. They were extremely responsive. Nintendo's come a long way since the Wii 10 years ago. So really here, you just gotta outmaneuver your opponent and punch. And one cool thing about punching is you're actually able to curve your punches. After this little tutorial, you get free reign of the controls in round 2. And as you can see, I annihilated this computer opponent. So this game is actually pretty fun, but I think I'd enjoy it a whole lot more if it worked. Let me correct myself here. So the game did work. I was able to get on the Global Testpunch and do the tutorial, look at the characters, some of the extra features and whatnot. Basically a sneak peek at the game before it launches on June 16th. However, when I wanted to continue playing after the tutorial, I was not once able to connect to the online service and participate. This was extremely frustrating. So I thought maybe it was my internet connection. So I kept retrying, I kept refreshing, nothing was working. So what I did was I disconnected my Switch from the docking station, put it out on the table, and even then, with a super clear Wi-Fi signal, I was not able to connect. And obviously this is due to the fact that so many people are probably logging on to the Testpunch right now. And it was frustrating. I was patient, but I just wasn't able to get onto it, not once. I probably tried getting on there about a dozen or more times, and it just wasn't working. So it definitely has something to do with the overcrowding on the servers right now, because just so many people are trying to log on and play this game. But that's about it. I was not able to actually go in and do an online match as promised in the game. So Nintendo, you really got to fix this online service before it launches. Anyways, hopefully I'll be able to play on the Global Testpunch later today. There's another time slot for it. And maybe record some more footage or something. But yeah, that about sums it up. If you get a chance to play the Global Testpunch, I say check it out. It was actually really fun. You know, I don't really go for these gimmicky games, especially something like ARMS, but you know, having a Switch, there's not a whole lot of games out for it, and Nintendo's been talking this game up for months now. But if the game plays like the tutorial, then I think we're going to be in for a good time on June 16th, especially if they can get the online service to work correctly. Anyways, that's what I could get from the ARMS Global Testpunch. Not a whole lot, but hopefully we'll get more updates about ARMS in the coming days and weeks. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time here on Part-Time Samurai.